Hey, what's up? Today is Saturday, the 21st of September. I've just completed my 24th flight, and it was a very good flight indeed. But let's talk about it more on the drive home. So, this video is going to be really dark because I'm leaving the airport at night. It's currently 6:45, call it 6:48 p.m. right now. So pretty dark. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this footage. You can barely make out my shirt right now actually. But if anything, I'll just put over some stock footage or some still images, something like that. Whew. But yeah, today was cross country flight number 4, I believe. We went to a different airport this time. We went to Kirkvine, and it was really interesting because this flight from start to finish was essentially under my control. Meaning that my instructor was not going to provide any instruction at all throughout the flight, or if he was, it would have been little to none. Now, Kirkvine is in a very special location. It's in Manchester Parish, if you know what that is in Jamaica, and it's right in between the Macho Mountains and the Mayday Mountains. And before going into this flight, I was really skeptical about how it was going to work out because there was a peak that was almost 2,000 feet, and I know that the way that the current weather has been these past couple of weeks, that the cloud layer is very likely going to be at 2,000 feet. So I knew I was going to have to make a go or no go decision very early because of how close the toes would be to the ground and how close the plane would be to the ground due to all the terrain. But yeah, it was right in between these two mountains, so making that go and no go decision really was very important with this flight, especially expecting those low clouds. Fortunately, the clouds held out and were able to go in, and boy, Jamaica is really beautiful. Most of the times, or at least I guess for most of my flights, I haven't really been able to appreciate that because they've all been either maneuvers or circuits. But going on this flight, specifically this specific cross-country flight, it was really just wow. Jamaica is really beautiful, and I would not want to be born anywhere else, honestly. And it's just really something because there is a high chance that this flight wouldn't have happened at all today. Reason being is that the plane almost didn't start. So we had gone through maybe 5 or so start attempts, and my instructor made the decision that if this next attempt does not work, we're going to have to just cancel because we don't want to try overworking the starter. But praise be to God, it started on that last attempt and we were able to carry out this flight, and I am very grateful. It was such an amazing experience. Not even looking past the fact that I was essentially flying the entire route by myself to and from, but more so just the fact that I was able to experience and see all those sights around me. It was really beautiful. To add on top of that, to the beauty, it was really late when we head out. It was originally supposed to be a 3 to 5 flight, but we ended up actually departing the runway at around 4:50 p.m. and our sunset today was around 6 something. So I got to experience what the dusk and night flying was like, even if it was just for a little bit. Seeing the runway lights for Norman Manley and or smaller airport Tinson. It was really nice to see, and there's a whole bunch of firsts today. I'm just so grateful for this flight, and again, it's ironic because this flight almost didn't happen. I improved a lot on some other issues I've been having with cross countries, notably the workload management. At first, it was really a lot for me to handle, switching between the papers and the map and going back and forth, and then doing the dead reckoning as well. However, I feel I've gotten much better. I've really adjusted to it, and I was able to be marking my times and carrying on with ease. So again, praise be to God that I've been able to progress so quickly in just so little amount of time. It's really amazing. I also was a lot better at managing all my other variables such as speed, And my heading control was really good today. The only issue, if you want to call it an issue, would have been altitude control. It got a little bit away from me, but after my first correction, it didn't happen again through the flight. So praise be to God, that has also been sorted out and will, God willing, be sorted out in the next flight as well. And just to put into perspective the amount of planning I had put into this flight due to how skeptical I was about the route, I made sure that I went on my flight simulator and I flew over the points I was thinking of, and I even took screenshots of how each point would look like as I fly over it, made sure I sent it to myself so I could review it if necessary, and made a decision from that point onwards. That was last night, so the night before this flight. That's how serious I was into making sure I would have been ahead of the aircraft, because going into somewhere unknown, I did not want to take that chance of falling behind the aircraft, especially with the potential of a low cloud layer, especially with terrain. It was just way too much to allow myself to fall behind the aircraft. So I wanted to make sure I was ahead of the flight, and praise be to God, I was able to remain ahead of the flight and get it done and dusted with. And just to top it all off, to put icing on the cake, the landing was really nice as well. I'm just really getting to enjoy flying. I'm really enjoying the flying part of training, because before it wasn't really the flying part of training, it was the learning to fly part of training, or the maneuvers part of training. But now I get to genuinely fly from point A to point B. I get to explore Jamaica, and while it still sounds a little daunting, I'm getting more and more excited for that big 3-stage cross-country flight that we have planned, where we're going to go to Sangster, Baskerville, and back. I'm really going to look forward to it, and praise be to God, I'm just so excited. I'm so grateful. With Kirkvine out of the way, I've essentially flown to every nearby airport except Ken Jones and except Baskerville. We haven't flown to Baskerville yet due to all the other times we planned for just being blacked out by clouds. So we're going to have my next flight hopefully be that flight to Baskerville early in the morning, so we can beat that cloud layer. Other than that, my instructors feels I'm pretty ready for the progress check. So God willing, I'll be doing that first solo cross country very soon, and before you know it, I'll be doing my mock check ride, and time has just flown by. It really has, and I just get so much blessings from this. I'm extremely grateful. I also get to assist in teaching ground school, so I'm able to ensure I'm remembering what I learned and putting it into good use, helping others on this journey, so others know that becoming a pilot in Jamaica is viable, is possible. There's people like myself and a whole bunch of others who have been able to prove it's possible. And all we really need now is a little bit more information out there, a little bit more incentives to get into it. And it's just going to keep going places. Trust me, it's only going up. It's only going up. But yeah, my next flight will either be to Ian Fleming, otherwise known as Baskerville. And after that will hopefully be my progress check. And after that will hopefully be my first solo cross country. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, then leave a like on the video. If you have any feedback, please share it with me in the comments. I'd love to be able to improve these videos. Again, I apologize for the delays in these videos. I believe as I've recorded this now, the last video I have out is still my 12th flight, and I'm now twice the amount of flights since then. But it's coming along. Just give me a little bit more time and I'll get them all out. But thank you again so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you want to be a part of this journey. If you want to learn more about becoming a pilot in Jamaica, just stay tuned, because it's really just getting started. My name has been Robert Watson. Remember to always be improving, and I'll see you again very soon. God bless.
Yeah. I only tell you the truth. I ain't got nothing to lose. Yeah, I gave my life to God and I'm still ballin'. Ain't nobody that can tell me I ain't all in. Late at night I hear the devil steady calling me. That's when I pray to the Father that He give me strength to fight these monsters.